Hi guys, it's Mrs. Tritch, and I've hijacked my daughter's Chromebook so that I can teach you how to write on and turn in a PDF file, which is like what at school would be a paper file, but here we are not at school, so we're doing things electronically, so it's an electronic paper. So what I want you to know, first of all, this is her Chromebook, and she is already opened up to Google Chrome. Their icon for Google Classroom is right here, and you could use that, but that takes you to the Google Classroom website, which is just not as user-friendly as if you swipe up from the bottom and use the Google Classroom icon here. If you can't find it there, you can always come up here to the search bar and search for Classroom, but I always recommend swiping up and using the app on your Chromebook. It's just friendlier, I think, and easier to use. So I put her in a class called Test Class, and when she is in Test Class, I gave her an assignment called Listening Log. So this assignment is worth 100 points. Her work is down here, and this is the paper she's going to have to do. I made it worth 100 points because, you know, she's my kid. I can be mean to her. When you do it that way, all you have to do is come up here and touch the little pen icon right there. And then you open that up, you can zoom in and you can write on it the title of the song she's listening to. What song is she listening to? Let's say she's listening to The Greatest. I'm not left-handed, sorry. Show. There we go. That's my messy writing for that. So there we have it. So now she's written the name of the song, and she would fill out the rest of this, and then we would come up here and click Save. All right? And when she saves it, it's going to go right into her Google Classroom. Now, here we go. So now we have this one that's called Edited. Okay? And so now she can turn this in, and when she turns it in, one attachment will be submitted for listening log. It says resubmit because I've already submitted it for her once just to make sure it worked. So she will submit it, and then it says at the bottom, work submitted, so that way you know it worked. And when I come up to my classroom on my computer, which is up here, then you can see I posted this assignment listening log. There is her work that was turned in. It says turned in. This is her edited version. When I open it up, it has right there, there's her work that we wrote on. So now you can see how easy that is to turn in if you use the app. If you don't use the app, there's a lot more steps involved. So I definitely recommend using the app. It's way easier, okay? All right, I hope that helped you figure things out. Have a good day. Bye. Okay, I'm back in my daughter's Chromebook. I wanted to show you one more thing. If Mrs. Tritch makes a mistake, like she did with this assignment, and when you come up, oops, I'm not in the Google Classroom app. Let me come back here. When you come here on this assignment called Percussion Family, I made a mistake, and I didn't set it up so you would have your own copy of this PDF that you're supposed to turn in. So now, when I come to your work, there's no work here. So what you have to do it the hard way then, which is the way you have to do it if you're not in the app. So you have to touch this PDF, and it opens up the viewer that you want. And then come up here to the corner where it has the arrow. You're going to open it outside of that. And so then it opens it up here. And now you have to download it, all right? That little arrow that looks like it's pointing down into a tray, that means you're going to download that and make a copy of that. So now I'm going to show it in my folder. It's actually here in the files, the blue circle, oops, the blue circle there with the little file folder in it, which you also can find if you swipe up. It's over here. It says files. Yours might be somewhere else, but that's where hers is. Okay, and when you come here, then you go to downloads. my download that I did, and these are organized by name, not date. So let's organize them by date. There we go. Percussion Family Crossword. So now we have this one. And now that I've opened it from the files, you see, if you saw, you can see the little pen comes up over there. So I can touch that. I can write on it. And especially with a crossword, this is useful because you can zoom in and zoom out on these. So make sure you do that so that we can see what you're writing. If you're doing it this way, it gives you a choice of colors and the thickness of your pen. So I can write on my crossword, let's see, the answer to number 1 down, which is an instrument that has types of them called timpani and conga and bass and snare. Well, those are drums, I know. So I'm going to zoom in so I can write really clear. And I'm going to write D, R, U, scroll up a little bit, M. So now, if you look at that, look, you can see my letters in there. Now, since I've answered one, you would answer the whole thing. But I'm going to come over here to the little, looks like a download again, but it's actually save now on this one. And it comes up with a thing that says save file as. And so I want to save mine as Percussion Family Crossword. And I want to put her name in front of it just because I want to make sure that we know who it is. So I'll just put Tritch. Oops. Backspace. T-R-I-T-S-C-H. There we go. So that way when we turn it in, we know there's a name on it. Then we'll save it. And then when we come back to our Google Classroom, back here, I can come up here and I can add an attachment. All right. When I add my attachment, I want to add it as a file. And then I'm going to select my file to open. Oh, they're organized by name again. Organize it by date. And then it's the one right on top. There it is. I'm going to open that. And once that opens up, now I can turn it in. So I will turn it in. One attachment will be submitted. That is exactly what I want to do. Turn it in again. And now it says work submitted here at the bottom. And then I can once again, oopsie, I can once again come over to my class over here on my computer. And I'll show you that it turned in. So when I look at mine, I can come down here and I'll go over to my assignments. These are what I've assigned to her. This was the percussion family. One is turned in, which is good. There's only one student in this class. There we go. Tritch Percussion Family Crossword. Let's see. And there it is with her word drum on there so I can give her a grade. If you don't put your name in the title, that's okay because it has her name up here. So I will always know whose it is. There's no way I can grade it and give it to the wrong person or you won't get credit. Like I won't know who turned it in. Like if you don't put your name on a paper, that won't happen because this is the way it works. And it has her name up here when I'm grading hers, and the next student in class, it would put their name up here when I grade theirs. It would show me their work and their name. So don't worry so much about putting your name in the thing. It just made it easier for me, but it's okay if you don't want to do that. So there you go. Those are the 2 ways to write on and turn in assignments. I hope you can see all that and I wasn't too jiggly on the iPad. It's hard to record an iPad, record a Chromebook and a computer with an iPad all at the same time. So hopefully this all made some sense for you and it helps you out with your work. Okay, have a good day.